What's going on, Saberland? This is Justin with Vanguard Armory Sabers, and today I have something exciting to show off. This is also going to serve as a short review for the Maker's Prop Studio stainless steel Graflex made by Matt Sale. Now, out of all the other companies that have their Graflex kits out on the market today, like 89 Sabers, Corbanth, Romans, etc., I feel like the stainless steel model is underrated, not talked about that much, and so I kind of wanted to bring some light to this kit. It's an amazing kit. It really is. Everything was very well designed. Some of them was a little hard to put together, but once you get it, it's very solid. Now, the thing that really makes it stand apart, besides its color finish, is the fact that it's made from stainless steel. Now, a while ago, when Maker's Prop Studio and JQ Sabers went together to get this into production, they sent a preliminary model out to Yoda of FX Sabers, who's kind of like the OG of vintage Graflex conversionists, and he gave this very high praise as well for just how accurate everything is as far as sizing and dimensioning. So this features a KR Sabers Vintage version 2 blade holder, which is for 1-inch blades, and this allows for full core removal, although not as easily as the Solus Hold version, because this one, you not only have to remove the 2 bottom Graflex pins, even when they're short. You also have to remove the stainless steel screw right here and the Graflex glass eye to pull out the core. Now, the Graflex glass eye I used on this was from TCSS, and it's their smoked lens model, which I then machined down on my lathe and then gave a little chamfer to the edge right here. And I feel that that tiny little chamfer just really helps make it pop. It adds a kind of a bright, shiny, just detail line to the edge of it and helps give it some more depth. And then I also have in it a KR Sabers blade plug for 1 inch. Very nice. Now, inside this saber is a Crystal Focus 8 soundboard with a Goth 3 Designs Master Chassis Variant 1 for vintage and replica builds. This is different from his Corbanth models for the Graflex 2.0, 2.1, and now 2.5. So, to open it up, we will flip this lever. Pull out the card, and I'm going to twist the grip off with the clamp. There we go. Now, this is his Variant 1 model with the angled part that goes across the crystal chamber, and with some people that's not that popular, but I tend to really like it because it kind of throws off the symmetrical perpendicular and horizontal lines you typically see with chassis. So when you get something angled like that, it really draws your eyes to the center of it. Now, this whole chassis was printed in solid bronze, which I then sanded and aged with a natural or with a chemical patina for brass and bronze metals. And the inner chassis parts were printed in 24 karat gold here and rhodium plate here. So this was probably one of the most expensive configurations you can get on this chassis, and it came out fantastic. Now, the 3D printed parts I painted with a bronze metallic with a dark gray metallic for accents, and then I painted in some brass inside. And then it's hard to see on camera, but along the inside there's copper mesh way down inside this little assembly here, and there's also some copper mesh here and up in here, which I'll show you in a second. So, opening up this tab is your kill switch and recharge port.
Close your eyes. Feel it. The light. It's always been there. It will guide you. The saber. Take it.
I'm never touching this thing again. Okay, I'm just kidding. So anyways, that's your recharge port and kill switch. Over here, you pop this little hatch open. You have access to your SD card and your makeshift little 3-pin JST rice port, which I will include in this kit. So that will allow you to make changes to your colors, sensitivity settings, etc., but not your fonts. That has to be done through the SD card. So anyways, this has been set up for a single cell hack on an 18650 with an RGB Tricree XPE2 up in the emitter here. So this has 11 color profiles per font and 12 fonts. So it's a pretty nifty board. Just recently, the Crystal Focus 9 was released, and change the dimensions on it, but the Crystal Focus 8 still really holds up as far as advanced soundboard out there. So anyways, to do a full core removal on this is a little bit more difficult because while the Solos Hold blade holder only needs you to remove the glass eye, you have to on this one, on the KR Sabers model, you have to remove the bottom 2 Graflex pins, the stainless steel screw, and the Graflex glass eye. And when you're setting it up with a chassis like this, I don't really feel that it's that big of a hindrance, and it really keeps it locked in place nice and secure, so there is that benefit. So anyways, I'm going to pull this off. Get my screwdriver. There you go. And this will just slide right out. Now, one of the biggest differences between the KR Sabers V2 holder and Solos Hold vintage blade holder is actually the length. The Solos Hold blade holder is a 1/4 inch longer, and this chassis system was designed around the Graflex shop blade holder, which is matched in size with the Solos Hold blade holder. But this being short, I had to machine some copper tubing to extend this out a 1/4 inch so that when you pull off this part, you'll be able to access this with ease. You wouldn't have to pull the whole core out. So I added some copper mesh accents because when I purchased this a while ago, Goth 3 Designs didn't have any covers for this part of the chassis, and he's since updated that, which is pretty cool. But I decided to go in and just add in some more copper mesh just to kind of, I think it really played in nicely with the rest of the chassis. Now this part right here is removable. So you can pull this off, like let's say if something ever happens, you can get in there with ease. And then this just sits right there. And when this is in the hilt, that doesn't go anywhere. So to put it back in, it just slides right in. Then this can go back in. There you go. So the blue is set up for a purple flash on clash and lockup, mostly because of the iconic lockup scene in The Force Awakens. And this being a Force Awakens hilt, I just felt that it really fit. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for checking this out. I'm really happy with how this build came out. It really took my my chassis weathering and assembly skills up a notch, and so it was a very fun, challenging, and exciting project. And to the lucky customer who's receiving this, I really hope you like it, man. I am sorry for the delays, but I hope that, the quality of this build, I hope that the wait was worth it for you. So anyways, guys, this is Justin with Vanguard Armory Sabers, signing off. May the Force be with you.